Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sector 1 Sim Racing. Tonight is the third and final test stream before we go for the proper season. Tonight's races we have joined into one. We've had a few people that are still out shopping at their late night grocery run, so we joined two together to make one long race of it. Joining me in the hot seat tonight is Lucas Soccer, the good doctor. How are you, Lucas?
G'day, mate. I'm good. How you doing?
Well, first time out. Got to say I'm a little out there.
Should be right. We'll get it done. Interesting race tonight. 50 minutes around Bathurst for the BMW. So this is longer than these boys have ever run before, and longer than this car's ever run before around here. And there's a good mixture now of S1 GT alumni and continuing on BMW guys. So it's going to be a good race.
Well, they're totally two different cars to drive between the Ferrari and the BMW. So if we got a few of the Ferrari drivers in tonight, they might struggle a little bit.
Yeah, right.
There's a race cam there for the guys that are listening there. Mr. Ghost there is taking the wheel of Meg, and he's going to do some laps tonight in his BMW. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sure Troy, now obviously in the box tonight, you can't be too biased towards him, being one of your boys, but
I won't be too biased, but I will say that it's probably the best livery on the grid.
As long as it's fast.
Yeah, no pressure.
Pretty much this season, this test stream's all about getting all the mic settings and all my buttons done right, so let's give it a crack and see how we go.
Yeah.
Sounds good, mate. You'll be right. Just relax. Think about life. Just chill into it.
I already know
that.
that
track for it too.
Without me fan on, I've already got the sweats up, so we don't want to be hanging around too long.
Alright, I might get these boys off qualifying, and I'll attempt to do qualifying.
You'll be right, mate. It'll all come back to you.
I guess you haven't race directed for a while, Sean.
No, and raced, yeah. No, race directed last season.
Push the big red button.
But yeah, racing's hang on. If I go, hang on. Yeah. Got to go to track, and then I can press. Then I can do it like this, and you sneaky.
Here we go. All right, so S1 GT rules for these guys tonight. 15-minute qualifying.
15-minute qualifying, 50-minute race. So are we running with tonight, since we're in the BMW, under S1 GT lengths? Is it still sponsored by Aussie Hampton?
Both.
Both tonight? We'll go both tonight. Aussie Hampton and next level.
So the good part about being race director is I'm out on track first.
Hey!
Completely unintentional.
Womble says, remember Sean to set your brake bias to front +5.
Thanks, Womble. You just worry about catching me next week, mate.
Ooh, okay, it started already.
He's been very vocal in his banter towards me, so...
How, in chat there, how's the mic levels and all that sound? Are we coming across pretty good? I can see Knuckles is in there. Tank Master. Anyway, we'll do a bit of a run through the field. So, first out is obviously Mr. Ghost himself.
Just there for 11, brother.
He is taking out that Auto 1 M3, so it's going to be in a good position tonight if he can hold on to it, because I think that paint job's worth a few tenths as well. Karen Unleashed, aka Brent, he's coming out in second spot. Third would be Bishop Bakar.
That's from the new team too. That's from D-Flow's new team, so Racing Cars Up Legends, RCLL. as we like to refer to them.
We got that mixed up last week too. Couldn't think of the name of it.
Good to see Chart Systems stepping up this season with a full-time sponsorship after they had a bit of a minor sponsorship role for Death Grip Racing last season, so they've branched out and took over an entire team. Great to see. Thanks very much, guys.
Shinobi. Another one of the RCWL boys. Now, if we watch the preview of their team reveal, I'm not even sure if Shinobi's a boy. But I'm running with it. Fifth on the road will be Scotty G. He is in the cornerstone entry. Buffer running in 6th at the moment for the quality session, and he is for the green beacon of
Whoa, Red Mist, go around he goes.
Red Mist Racing.
That's our first commentator curse there, Troy, well done.
Straight out of the box. Diego, Dadson Racing entry. Be one to watch. He's pretty good in the BMW Diego, and he's flying along in the Ferrari too at the moment. Black Project, RX7. He. Oh, I wonder who he is with. A black light entry we got there. Oh, I made that up.
He is, yeah. He's borrowed Mo's car for the year. This is Mo's new chassis for this season. So hopefully he brings it back without too many dings and dents on it. He's actually my lead Ferrari driver for season 2.
Lead Ferrari driver.
Yep.
He should go right in the Ferrari. I've seen him do a few laps already. DB 007. Interesting to see how he goes in the BMW.
He hasn't done a lap yet, Sean, so calm down. He's right. Shibby. Oh, nice lap there from Sean there with a 2:03.5 on the first lap out. Oh, 2:02 from Scotty G goes bang. Diego with a 2:02.1. That's the benefit of a nice little toe down Conrad, I think. Black Project slips in the second here with a 2:02.7.
It's not too bad. They're not too far apart, these numbers.
Some pretty quick opening laps.
2:28 from Buffer. He might have had a little bit of a roll there.
Oh, 2:01. Oh, really? Oh. That's disgusting.
Oh, remember the slipstream though. You know, she's all well one thing to be front here, but it's awfully hard to stay in front when you're at Bathurst. 2 really long straights gives the guy behind you a massive chunk. I spent an awful lot of my last race around here in the BMW just putting myself in defensive positions to protect myself from the guys behind.
Well, let's have a look at Ghost. About to come out of Forest Elbow onto Conrad.
Bit of a toe there from Karen.
What kind of top speed are you hitting, Sean, down Conrad?
Not really looking, but I think about 270.
270.
It'll touch 280 in a slipstream through the just before you hit the brakes out the chasing.
275 for the kink.
Yeah. 70, 70, 78, 79 there at the braking point.
That's
Just want to
moving.
clear your screen there, Troy. For me, mate, please. You got your buttons up on the bottom.
I noticed that. They should have just about be going away now.
Beautiful.
Sean comes in.
Ghost is just... Yeah, he comes in.
Nice entry.
Because
Precision.
Cam Water stylish here comes in at 450 kilometres an hour. Diego there improves to a 202 flat. Karen improves slightly as well, so he did a 202.965. Well, these guys in the 202s.
So Diego's sitting in second. I knew he was going pretty good in the BMW, but he's really close to DB 007 at the moment, so he's on the pace.
201, that's disgusting. Yeah, I agree, Womble. Strudel Juice there into 203.7 there, so that's good for 7th position so far. If I was here, might let DB roll past. No, never mind, DB's going to slow down a bit. Kazzy there, what's he done now? He's on a 204.9. He's a couple of seconds off the pace at the moment. Currently 8th. Tell you what, this young fella's been really putting in the hard yards in the off season. He's present for every test we've done so far, I'm pretty sure. One of the late promotions out of the community series.
You think I'd know I've been in all the pre-season commentary, so I don't know that one, but now that you've made me aware he's been in all of them, I'll take that under my wing.
Yeah, moved over to Switchblade Sim Sports for this season. He's going to be joining Captain Muffin in the BMWs. Under Brent's watchful eye.
Switchblade have got a pretty good lineup this season.
They do. They're very strong. Keeping an eye on Morgan Davey in the Ferrari, and also Karen as well, looking very strong. Morgan hasn't left the pits in the BMW, so I don't think he really wants to partake in qualifying tonight. He's just going to sit off the back and see how things go.
Knuckles in the Lucky's Lawn Care entry. I'm expecting him to go pretty well in the BMW because he's in practice sessions he goes quite well.
Yeah, he did two slow out laps. He's just done a pit lap. His pit exit lap was a 2:02.2, so that would put him roughly third, I think, at the moment. Yeah, third position he'd be good for at the moment, so I think he's just gearing up for a lap now as he goes across the top of the mountain through McPhillamy.
This is the most technical spot in a Ferrari. Down through the dipper.
I did some laps in the Ferrari earlier this evening. I've never driven around here before, so I thought, how hard could it be? Yeah.
Same with the McLaren.
You got to really dance it down the hill. You cannot afford to get too greedy on that accelerator. I think the Ferrari guys are pretty keen on the fact we're not actually going to Bathurst this season.
I am.
We did cut them a break and left Bathurst off the calendar because we do know how woefully hard it is in the mid-engine cars.
Well, Knuckles is just
They're supposed to be the best of the best.
They are, but you don't want to make it impossible. You want them to be able to race as well. We want close race, not guys crashing into fences all the time. This looks like a good lap from Knuckles. Actually does a 50 under the bridge. He's going back to the pits though. That's cheeky.
We'll go and see where DB 007 is. Coming around the top of the mountain.
Bit down.
Through the S's, down through the dipper.
So the BMW doesn't like to be hustled down the hill. He's taking a little bit easy with it.
Can be a little bit understeery too, the BMW.
It is. Yeah, if you try and force it, you're going to work the understeer worse. So if you just 9/10 down the hill, just let it relax, wait for it to bite, and it's really, really nice. It's a very stable motor car. And he's up again too.
We'll stick with him till the end till he crosses the line. I think it'll be a pretty good number.
Black Project's on an out lap. Scotty G's just starting a lap. Diego's starting a lap. Oh, Karen Unleashed is up as well through sector 1. 0.15.
Oh, 007's in the pits. There's Diego.
He's early on a lap. I'm pretty sure Black Project's early on a lap, just out of the pits as well. Scotty G's climbing the hill through turn 2. Karen is currently the first on the track. He's just going up under the tree now. Oh, gives it everything under the tree. Doesn't leave much on the table. Right out to the wall at the grade as well. He's on this.
Looking pretty smooth. Another section of track through that. Through McPhillamy is where the understeer is pretty bad.
Nice lap from Wolfer there, 2:04.4. Gets him into the top 10. He's 8th currently. Karen looking good coming down the hill. He's just chasing the car a little bit on the run into the elbow. Gathers it up. The back end was just starting to come out on the way down the hill. He's got a good run down the straight though.
He's up on his best time.
He's also a little bit of time across the top.
He's still
He
ways
did
under.
281.
Still ways under DB 007 though.
He might pick up Scotty G here though, maybe Black Project as well if he gets this last corner right. This one's easy to mess up too. You hop that curb there, he's just bottled it up a little bit there. Looking good though, 202.
Oh, into third.
6 goes to third position. Black Project's on his best sector as well. Diego goes to the top, 201.767.
Black Projects is coming round to Harry's corner.
Final corner. He's got that line pretty good there. He's gathered it up. Good acceleration out of the final corner. If you get that exit right, you get some good punch onto the straight. Goes back to third. 202. 2022.
All moving closer.
Let's go, Stewart. Heading towards the cutting now. He's picked a good car to be behind Diego. Nice a bit too. Oh!
Looked a bit wide there.
Gets it through the cutting. That's that understeer we're talking about. Oh, Scotty G there. Sneaks up into 5th position. 202.826 there. Been very quiet in practice, so he's just starting to get a bit of a grip on the old BMW. Kart magic on the sides this season for him. Shout out there to Mr. Pruski if he's on board tonight.
Strategies goes purple in the first sector again.
Yeah, got a good exit out of turn 1.
We might just switch back to DB. I think he should be nearly coming. No, got that wrong. He's just coming through the top of the mountain. Davies.
203, so that's 9th. He's driving Karen's old car from last season at the moment. It's Diego up to, coming down the straight now. Diego's up again, purple, 0.25 of a second. He's flying. Datsun Racing.
He's got the turn in good. Surely being purple, you'll stay out.
Brakes nice and late, just gets it in. Karen there does a 201.8 to go back to third. Nice job. Diego's going to put a big exclamation point on this. Goes to 201.401 there for pole position so far. Go stops. There he is. Oh, just gets displaced again by Scotty G. Back to row 3 for you, son. Cassie improves there with a... Oh, Black Project goes to the top. 201.379. Great lap there. Cassie there did a 204.695 there. Good for 11th position so far. DB goes back to the top. Let's do it 2.5 minutes to go.
Oh no, that's it. It's over.
That's it. Black Project's on his final lap. Diego's on his final lap. Karen's on his final lap. Strudel Juice improves there with a 202.215 there to go back to 5th position. What's Karen like across the top? Couldn't catch the split on that one. Diego's on his best split across the skyline. He's purple. He's purple down the dipper. That's the worst place for that split to come up too. You get all fluffy. One of them's gone around at the chase. Nice from Diego there, into the elbow. Very neat through the elbow. He's not rushing it. Gets the car turned in nice.
One thing these are bad for too, or I'm bad for, is you see the purple sectors and you start to push the car too hard and then you just lose time.
Exactly. Oh, he's lost a bit there though. He's lost a bit. He's out of that lap now. Oh, Black Project.
Knuckles moved to 5th.
Oh, nice late move there from Knuckles.
We'll see how
Scotty G got through the chase.
I don't think he's going to make up 0.3.
Scotty G's looking good under the bridge there. He's just about into Murray's corner. He was at 49 under the bridge. Microsector look good. What's he got? 201 point. Oh, he improves. 202 flat. 6th position. Black Project. He's off his lap too.
Ghost stays 8th.
Qualifying's overrated anyway.
Alright, this is it I think. We've just got to wait for the one car still on the pit. So 45 seconds to race start, guys. Anyway, good day to the chat tonight, guys. Good to see people jumping on for the test stream. Kazzy is going to be one of the guys to watch this season. I predict huge gains. He's a gentleman driver. Yeah, I agree there, Womble. He's from when he first started into his first couple of races, he jumped in. He's definitely showing massive improvement so far. Right, BMWs, 50 minutes around Bathurst.
Any tips for strategy?
Don't lose.
Wow.
Don't crash.
Wow.
Oh look, this is the furthest these cars ever travel around here, so strategy's out the window for these guys. They're used to a 30-minute race, so it's not quite double that. You're going to have to do your maths.
Yeah, cool.
There we go, look at that. Black light car in the front row. It's one thing I want to keep seeing this season, hopefully.
Well, there could be a couple of other cars that could hinder that, Lucas.
It's going to be a good season.
Revs are rising. Who can get a good start? Oh, Black Project gets away pretty good.
DB looks good on the inside as well. He's going to lead him into turn 1. Oh, bit of muscle on there on the outside, but very neat through turn 1 for these guys. Guys gets a little bit shoved down a little bit wide there at turn 1. He was the loser in the situation, but everyone else is through. They're all going. DB's lost a couple of spots going up Mountain Straight. Looks like Diego's going to get the run into turn 2. Black Project tries to get across. Feeds him in there, gets it across. Nice job. They're going to go 3 wide with the cutting though. Who's out wide there?
Diego gets a good exit.
Oh, side by side on the run to the tree. Goes around the outside on the run to the tree. What a move! Karen's in this too now too.
Putting a bit of pressure on the back of Black Project 3. We know DB won't be letting up, so Karen will be in trouble as well.
Oh, Black Project overdid the dipper, then he's gonna get a cut penalty. That's surely cuts the inside. Well, there it is, 0.5. He's gonna lose a bucket load of spots coming down the straight. He's gonna have to burn on the exit of the Forest Elbow. He'll move across to the left. After the kink here, he should move across to the left. Maybe. Please.
Oh, there we go.
He tries to burn out of the way.
He's nearly going off the track.
He did burn. Look at Knuckles there too, currently 5th position. Right in the back of Scotty G. He has a look into the chase, doesn't quite get it done. Shinabi there as well. One of the new boys. Ready to cement his place.
It's all pretty clean so far.
Yeah.
Maybe not back further. We'll get there.
Bishop Wacker and Ghost have had a bit of a problem there, looks of it.
Morgan's up to 8th.
Diego's just checked out. He's 2 seconds clear.
We might take a run down to Ghost himself.
Bit of huffing and puffing going back there. A good race here for second so far. Karen there currently holding up.
Who we got there? Kazi one.
Shinobi. Kazi and Shinobi. And Black Project as well. Whoops.
Should we try a replay? Oh, definitely don't want that one. That was the start of the race.
It's on here for seconds. TB's all over the back of Karen now. They're going to have to clean this up though. They're letting Diego get out to 2.3 seconds clear. He's walking away.
It's tight. The four of them are nice and close.
Yeah, it's a good race here for second.
Knuckles is just holding on as well.
Scotty G has a little look at the elbow there. That's a brave shot to make a dive there. That's going to hurt his straight line speed down Conrod. See, Mr. Davies on board now as well. Just tucks in behind Knuckles, currently P6.
Looks like
his only mission.
DB's got around him. Knuckles has got a...
That's a big move. Big move.
Pulls
Nicely
off.
done. Oh, almost runs out of road on at the chase. Morgan's grabbed Knuckles as well. Morgan's now only one car behind Karen in Karen's old car.
Bishop back up. And Ghost just catching up to the back of Wolfer, so... What's going on, Ghost? How's the car feeling?
Shit ass.
Beat up on the sounds of it.
We might have plugged in the McLaren tune.
Mate, I've never had any luck with this bloody job.
Hang on, we'll go back up the front, see how the Diego's getting along. Oh, he's sideways.
Tell you what, they're cutting time out of him though. DB's got to 1.4 seconds now in closing. Just going back through the field at the moment, having a bit of a bow peep. Nux is saving really good compared to everybody else. Otherwise, everyone's pretty similar on fuel usage at the moment, this early part of the race.
They're all pretty much running on par with each other. They're not really getting away from one another, so the cars probably wearing roughly the same anyway.
Oh, DB just lost the wall. He's lucky to get away with that without damage. That hit pretty hard.
Come on, boys, grow some balls down the hill.
Alright, here comes Morgan. He's got to run on Scotty G as he comes down Conrod. Down the outside, it's going to be the inside for the King, but the outside for the chase.
Nux.
Is
Don't think he's got a good enough run there.
Nux is ready to pick up the pieces. These guys come together as they go into the chase. Who's deeper? Scotty G. Can he pull it up? Just. Oh, that was as deep as you want to go, but he's overdone it. Morgan's out of look at him. Fudge cakes. This is great racing here at the front. Oh, Scotty's loose in that car at the moment. She's drifted it through turn one.
Diego's still holding that 1.2 second margin.
He's starting to short shift a bit, Diego, here, so I think he's starting to think about fuel usage. TB just casually does a 2:02.3 there. Race lap.
Yeah.
Must be those Dunlops.
Another one of the people you just can't seem to ever catch. You hear the helicopter in the background, or it may have been a truck passing. We'll go with the helicopter.
Oh, Scotty G's wide on the run to McPhillamy. Davies gonna have another look at him. This is going to take brass ones down here though. Make no mistake of it, this is one line down here.
These four haven't left each other for the last 3 laps.
No. And after 4 or 5, gives him a touch! Nuck's got the back of him too there, so that sort of bottled them all up. I saw Davey there, I was on board with Davey, then he just got off the throttle. As soon as he touched him, he lifted the throttle, just so he didn't turn him into the fence. But he's going to another run to him now, down the inside again, through the King. This is going to be critical. He's got to break late. Can he clear him? He does clear him. Scotty G's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to fall in line.
He's made that one work.
And this is it. This is the battle of the switchblade cars. Karen in his brand new rig. Actually, it's Tankmaster's new car. And Davey in Karen's old car from last season.
So is there going to be any team orders here? I don't think so, not in a test race. But the
Karen
Gainsborough
does
car,
like to win.
the Gainsborough car looks pretty good in the silver on it. Silver and black.
Yeah, I have to admit I do quite like that way that one's come out.
And you did deliveries on these ones, didn't you?
It was actually envisioned to be, the silver was supposed to be metallic red, but Tank preferred the silver and Kazzy preferred the light blue, so.
We might take a look back here at Strudel Juice. I don't think we've gone back to him so far. He's on his lonesome. In the Obsession car, Magic car, is that the one?
That's the one.
Another one of yours?
Yeah, got a couple in tonight.
What's what's Strudel Juice's tyres and fuel look like? Is he concerning?
Half a tank, so I'll just check him against the leaders. He's about on par with the leaders, so as far as Diego goes, he's about the same. Oh, almost into the road there down the dipper. Look at this battle for third now. Davey and Karen, they're on it.
Morgan will get the slipstream here.
This is bragging rights for the Switchblade headquarters here. I know Karen would love to put one on his Ferrari teammate. These guys are both in the. He moves over. He touches the grass and just lets him go. All right, that's how it's going to be, is it? Bit of Fabian action.
I must say, Morgan's another one of these people that can jump in anything and drive fast.
Absolutely. A couple of guys in the group are starting to make a name for that sort of thing now, where they're just fast all the time.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if he can step away from Brent, because in front of him is DB, and DB is no slouch.
This is whoa, Dave just does a 2:01.6. Great lap. These are the names you're going to start seeing at the front of Ferrari GT Group A. Yeah. Davey, DB 007, the Cyborg's going to be back up there.
Now the gap's down to 0.5 from DB to Diego, so Diego's just starting to struggle a little bit.
Has anybody had any insight on
DB slides into the drift
on Mr. VLX? Very quiet off season for him. Haven't seen much of him in the.
I haven't seen him in a room at all yet.
And watch Ferrari, car number 1 for this season, reigning S1 GT champion. Does have the benefit of a ghost livery, so that'll give you another couple of horses over the top of the top of everybody else.
Right, we'll see through the dipper. They're just starting to get a bit loose. The tyres are getting a little
Davey's
bit
on
worn.
them.
And now we'll see if the slipstream can take into effect, because DB just being that little bit of a gap, the slipstream works really well when you have a little bit of a gap.
I tell you what, guys, I can tell who the normal BMW drivers are and who the GT drivers are, just looking at fuel usage. As it's on for the lead here, side by side, into the chase.
DB's
gives him a little bit of room. Oh, Morgan brakes really late to get in on that. DB runs out of road, just about, they're going to be side by side. Runs him out wide. Staying at Diego, gets down the inside. He's going to get it. Holds him out wide too. Nice positioning there from Davey. He's going to get on the inside of him. On the run into one. Excellent racing.
Good
They want to
recovery
get
from
2 kick
Diego.
though.
Keep that spot.
Absolutely. That's the power of that straight line though. You get a little bit of slipstream there. DB got past him really early. And just tucked in behind him on the run to the chase and pulled out under brakes. DB ran out of road. Now he can't figure out who he wants to cover. He's got them coming up behind him side by side. If they get too cute, Karen's going to be there to pounce. He's not far behind, 1.3 seconds behind these guys. That'll dry up in a couple of corners if these guys start getting too cute.
We know Morgan won't wait for an opportunity to pass.
And look behind Karen. Scotty G and Nux are not far behind. This is about to be a 6-car battle again for the lead of the race.
Yeah, I think the battle up the front's definitely slowed him up a little bit for the back.
Yeah, Karen's closing.
4, 5 and 6 to catch up.
Karen's back to a second. Now he's pulled 0.3 over the first third of the track. Diego's doing a great job to lead this race though.
And we're only...
Cars are getting sloppy over the top though. Just clip that curb coming down through the dipper.
We're only 14 minutes into it.
Well, these guys will be thinking about halfway of the race now with the BMW drivers.
Yeah.
Morgan's got to run here though. I think he's going to get to the lead here. Diego was very, very slow out of the elbow.
Oh, he's already side by side.
Yeah, he's already got him. Again though, Dagger's going to come back across now, look, and tuck right in behind. That'll catch his speed back up. Now he'll have a run on him through the chase here. Morgan's going to have to cover, look. Dagger's already got more pace. Morgan covers. Dagger to the outside. Going to go around the outside of him with the chase. Does he get it done?
Run wide.
No! I think he got a touch. Oh, watch the rejoin. Karen flies past. There we go.
I want to try.
In goes.
I want to try a replay, but I'm not 6 ticks going back to the start, so we're not doing that.
Alright, so Karen and Diego blinked there. That one there scuffed Diego's tyres. He's straight to the pits. Karen went with him.
Knuckles is right on Scotty G as well.
Knuckles is the master of the fuel save too. That car's got a third of a tank in it. Scotty G's on a quarter. DB's on under a third, and Davy's under a quarter. Diego's going to come out 6th position. He's put 2/3 of the tank in. Karen's come out behind him with a full tank. So the strategy is already going to be changing up a bit here.
So Diego has a bit of a gap though. So back to Karen, 2.5 seconds.
This next set of stops is going to be critical. Oh! DB's got a penalty over the top. Moff's late to the party. Evening, Moff. I reckon he's going to come in and just watch some racing, I think. DB must have got that at the cutting, I think. Shortcut penalty. Maybe slapped the outside wall.
I don't know, the car's looking a little loose though.
Yeah, he just drifted that down the hill, didn't he?
So Morgan's just skipping away from DB.
A little bit.
Out to a second.
This is going to hurt DB, they're going to have to break. Here it is. There's the penalty burn. Great job. It's going to bring Scotty G back. Knuckles is going to be back. These guys are going to be in contention here. They're going to come out with Karen as well. I put these guys somewhere in between Karen and Diego as they come out of the pits. That's if Knuckles doesn't go around again. He might though. He's got plenty of fuel.
I'd say Knuckles will go around again.
Karen's going to pit now. Davey will pit now. Maybe. Not quite. He doesn't. Okay. He's going to run the tank all the way to the bottom. Scotty G's in. I'll keep an eye on that.
Knuckles
I'll let you know what he does.
No, Knuckles stays out.
No. He went around again. What's Scotty G going to do here? So fresh tyres will go on, obviously. Here goes the fuel. Just see what he does here. How far does he fill it up? Does he go for track position? Or does he go for a bit of a late race move?
Yeah, he goes out. Past the exit, pit exit. Karen's past the pit exit.
Yeah, okay, he's coming out behind them, so that extra lap's hurt him. That's hurt him to the tune of 3 seconds. He fulfilled as well. So he's doing the same strategy as Karen, but a lap later, and that's hurt him.
It looks like Ghost is doing the long sit. Don't think he's fitted yet.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah, you got that little old no man's land thing going on, mate. Don't worry, old mate Streetel's got a pit too soon, so you'll probably come out, aim for him, see if you can catch him. So Morgan's on the fuel light, DB's on just under a quarter of a tank, Knuckles is on a quarter of a tank. So Knuckles has got a huge fuel save on these guys. He's going to be looking good for the lead after this next stop.
Knuckles just coming around Forest elbow onto Conrod, and he's got DB just in front of him by about 2 seconds. And if Knuckles has the fuel advantage, 2 seconds doesn't take much in the pits to get past.
How long does it take to fill a quarter of a tank in one of those? Does anybody figure that out?
I think it's 3 litres a second. Oh, I can't remember. We won't go with that because it's probably wrong.
Well, Morgan's definitely going to be in this lap because he's on the light. He's absolutely on vapour in that car. Single digits, I'd say.
Morgan's in the pits.
DB goes round again. Nux goes round again. So Morgan's gone down to 3 in the tank. So Diego's definitely going to grab him, I reckon. Sweat reduces in. Out of 5th position.
Alright. Let's see where...
Morgan's still fueling.
Diego's coming
Still
around.
fueling.
First corner out.
He's still fueling up. He's not moving.
Well, he's definitely got him because he's fast.
Now he's going. Here he comes. He comes up behind Karen. That's critical. Just in front of Scotty G. So he split the 2 guys there for 4th and 6th.
Oh, what the fucking turn, piece of shit.
Oh, that was close. I think Black Project needs a new pair of underwear after that one.
Shinobi in 10th. Another lonely race.
They're one of those guys that unfortunately got caught up in the first lap shenanigans, and both the RCLL cars had issues. I'm just watching here at the moment. DB's on the light, he'll be in this lap. Nux should cover him in as well, but he'll get some gain on him here. 2.6 seconds behind at the moment, but plenty of fuel on board that Lucky's Lawn Care BMW.
So the gap down Conrod Straight is a big gap at 2.5 seconds at 270 kilometres an hour.
Well, these guys have got a long 20-something second pit stop to do here, and Diego's only 9 seconds behind Knuckles. So he's definitely going to grab these guys.
DB's in. Knuckles is in.
Nux goes with him. Nux close. Oh, Davey lost in the pit lane! He's lost the pit entry!
Oh.
Nux lost it too! They both lost it! Oh, that's not gone well at all!
That's going to hand it to Diego because he's already on the finish
He's
line
laughing at
straight.
himself as he drives past. What happened there?
So where's this going to
Oh,
put
wow.
Morgan?
Morgan's going to go straight to 3rd position. Karen's gone past them both. I can't believe they just did that, the pair of them.
Morgan's got them, Karen's got them, Scotty G's got them.
Well, that's that fuel safe for you. It didn't work out that well for you, Nux. Oh, he jumped. He jumped DB. No, he didn't.
That's a short field.
He must have got really slowed up in that entry. Really badly. Wow. I haven't seen that since Wardo Season 1. In the Group 4 BMW did that. When leading the race, ended up having to bail out of the pit lane and went back to the track and had to go around on the fuel light.
Well, it's easy to do when you're pushing hard and you got no tyres
Absolutely. Well, Diego's lap there where he was chasing those guys down to 2:02.6, so he's just put his foot down. He's 4.2 seconds clear of the field over the top of Skyline there. Just grabbed some grass. He's up again, down through Sector 2, touches the grass again. He's pushing this car.
Has Diego short filled or has he filled the tank?
Well, he was on the early stop, so he's just under half a tank now. Morgan is 2/3 of a tank. Karen is about... Oh no, Morgan's nearly 3/4 of a tank, and Karen's 2/3. And Scotty G's actually starting to play his way back into this now.
Scotty G. Just not in the toe down, Conrad. Oh, he's up the curb. Can unsettle the car pretty easy when you hit them big curves, especially in the Ferrari.
Yep. Yeah, the Ferrari doesn't like curbs. The BMW is a pretty forgiving car. As long as you don't overdrive it, It'll do you all right. Looks after you.
I found it's easy to put the throttle on real early in the BMW.
Yep.
Doesn't really tend to lose grip.
Right, Ghost is full field out of the pits at the moment on his outlap at the moment. Currently in the 10. Little battle behind him though. Buffer and Bishop Wacker into the chase side by side. Nice bit of work. Oh, Buffer doesn't have enough drive out of there, so Bishop Wacker's around him on the outside again. So Buffer's chucked it right down the inside there and then went to turn in, and because he steered it in so tight, he had no drive left at all. Just chugging his way out of it. Bishop on the optimum line just gets a nice bit of drive there. Just drives back around the outside. Thanks for coming. Kazzy there is just he's still in this. He's just in visual range of these guys now. The gap for the lead's coming down to 1.9 seconds. So Davey is closing in on Diego here.
Looks like Buffer's doing going on the inside.
Oh, nice move. Nice move.
Well,
Again though, Bishop Wacker with that exit drive. Look at that, up the outside. He's going to try 2-1 to the cutting. This isn't going to work, boys. Don't do it.
Oh,
It goes too deep into the fence. That's a penalty. It'll be a penalty for touching the wall. It does not like hitting the wall on the outside. There it is. GT does not like you grabbing the wall on the outside of the cutting.
Well, that's going to hurt all the work he made to get past.
Yep. Nowhere you can burn it up over the top either. You can't slow down enough to burn it. So he's going to hold on to that all the way to Conrad. And that's going to be just catastrophic to burn it Conrad straight. He's 0.6 a second up at his fastest lap at the moment too, Buffer.
Oh, Morgan, 2:01.2.
Look at how much he's chunked out of Diego though in that stint. He's already just about to clear inside the second. Diego's starting to struggle a little bit at the front now, I think. That's a long way to drive at this pace. He did a 2:03.3. That's the slowest lap he's done in a long time.
Maybe a little bit of fuel conserving happening, but I think maybe pushing the car too hard for too long. Because I think he's coming towards the end of his stint now. He's one of the first stoppers, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just over a quarter of a tank of fuel in that now, because he went in early in full field. So he's on an alternate strategy to these guys. Oh, he just clipped the fence! Coming up under the tree. That's a weird sort of hit the fence. I think James Courtney clipped it up there once and ended up firing himself into the fence. Broken steering arm. That's given Morgan everything he needs. He's going to have to just sit in position here. Get a good run out of the elbow and he'll have him before the chase.
Might have a bit of a look on board with...
Diogo sliding it all over the place. He's got to back him up here out of the elbow. Nice job there on the exit. Just back Morgan up there. Lose a little bit of that exit drive.
Bit of weaving going on from Diego.
Don't do that next week, mate. I'll throw a book at you for that.
Are we going to see Morgan do a bit of an undercut on the last corner?
I think Morgan knows it's a matter of time now. He can see the blood in the water. I don't think he's going to force it. He'll just wait. Find a decent position to do it. He's got plenty of time and he's got plenty of space back. 4 seconds back to his teammate in third, so no pressure at all on Davey.
Although
I think he's just going to wait.
Diego got a good run out of that last corner. He pulled a little bit of a gap.
He did. She goes wide through one though. Spits him across the track again. He can't pick a lane he wants to be in. He's left, right, left, right.
Don't hold that button down.
And again. He's going to cut right down the inside. He's not close enough. You can go to the road. That's it, to the race line. Turns in late. Just misses the apex there though. That exit curb there's great to just put the two wheels up on the curb there. Pushes you back across. Don't get greedy at the cutting. Too greedy at the cutting. The back end slides out as he exits. Morgan is just divine up the mountain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Millimetre perfect.
He's making it look easy.
Oh, through the grate there. Just touches the mirror on the fence through the grate. The 37 car's looking really strong.
Just noticing from Diego, the body language of the car is just looking like he's pushing real hard to keep that pace.
You look at the difference between 1 and 2 there. 1 is just sliding, and there he goes. Oh, he's going to block him up again out of the chase. Out of the elbow, sorry. Pulls him up again. Morgan's onto it this time though. He's right on his tail. He's just going to sit there with him. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the right. So he's going to try the inside of the king. Does he have enough to get through there before they get to the braking zone? Diego goes with him. This is going to be deep under the brakes for Diego if he's going to stay there. Side by side. Diego on the inside. Deep under brakes he goes. Can he pull it up? Just.
Deep under brakes, Diego.
Oh, beautiful. He just slid it in there nice. The car's starting to slide a lot, so he's just used that to his advantage there. Threw it in late. Blocks again on the run into Murray's.
Uses all that curve.
Oh, Morgan's going to get him. That's it. That curb jump there is what did it. He sits in front of him again. Morgan's really making a pest out of himself now. Oh, look at the difference. This will be it now. Morgan's got a good drive out of turn 1. Up the hill. It's going to put him on the outside for turn 2 though.
Diego moves back on.
I think this is it. Oh, Diego's having a look at him. Don't. Great bit of racing from these two.
20 minutes left. There's going to be a pit stop shortly because you're going to be out of tyres running this kind of speed.
Yeah, Diego's on the fuel light now anyway, so he'll be in on this lap. So I think he did everything he could. He just wanted to stay in front that little bit longer. But you watch now as they go across the top of the hill. Davey with a little extra grip is just going to drive away.
Oh, yeah,
Diego
into the wall again. Morgan's car just looks planted.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Karen and Scotty going to go side by side down through the S's. This is not going to work, boys. Bang into the fence. DB goes through as well and through the dipper side by side. Can they make it? Bang again into the fence he goes again. Don't scratch that paint, Karen. Come on, mate. Side by side into the chase, into the elbow.
Oh, I've got the replay working.
Hey.
We can work on the auto one replay later.
That's what it's all about, just testing it out. So DB's actually playing himself back into this race now. He's did a good little fuel save there. Half a tank in the car still. Scotty G and Karen are both on a quarter of a tank. So they try to go side by side into the chase. DB on the inside, jumps the curb. Karen gets a nice exit there, grips it up. Diego's in on the Vapor.
So we'll see, surely we'll see Scotty G, DB 007, Karen and Knox will pass Diego, but it's the strategy that he's on. Could get into the end from here just about.
It's a long stint, 18 minutes on a tank of fuel. But, you know, it is possible. The tyres will be very second-hand by then, so even if he does make, even if he's in the lead at the end of the race, after a 20-minute stint, that car is going to be struggling. But he has filled it up, so he's going to roll the dice.
Or push hard, one of the two. And use all the fuel.
I think Davey's in the box lead here. They're 8 seconds clear. It's got a G at the moment. Just about a third of a tank of fuel in it. He's been doing consistent low 202s. Did a 201.2 is the fastest lap of the race. Looking really, really, really strong.
10 seconds up the road, we have Morgan Davies, who's just leaving them for dead at the moment.
There's a little battle here for seconds on though. Scotty G, serial pest to Group A last season in the Supra. Definitely was punching well above his weight to stay in Group A for the entire season in a car that shouldn't have really been there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got in a one make series next season.
Yeah, he went pretty good in the S1 GT class.
One of the drives of the season for me.
So DB's got around him. It looks like Karen is slowly catching. The gaps are coming down. Scotty's
Knucks is
car
there
might be
too,
hurt
though.
at the moment.
Yeah, Scotty and Karen. Scotty's really baked that front right. That front right is in real danger. So a lot of that briefed on the wheel a bit hard, I think, and it's just starting to slide a little bit in the front end, bit of understeer.
So Knuckles is in. And
Did he get in this time?
And it looks like Knuckles made the pit entry this time.
Good work. He'd be spewing after doing that, I think. Streetel just goes in as well. He's having a quiet race, old mate Streetel. Sometimes that's all you want, though. Just do some laps, you know, mind your business. Work on your lap times.
Knuckles is out. He has 30 seconds toward Morgan. I think that's well and truly enough for Morgan to pit and be back out in front of Knuckles with a good gap.
Ghosty with a different strategy again, so he's got in again. Oh, grabs a penalty on the pit entry. Rip.
2 seconds.
Ouch.
That front bumper looks a little second-hand at the moment.
Do you have any of those spare?
Oh, we've got a whole truckload of them.
Oh, good.
Shinobi, Matt. Shinobi. He's got a penalty as well. Ghost and Shinobi burning him.
Racing for penalties up Mountain Straight.
Yeah.
And just fucking still grab the pair of ears. See you later, he says. Cheers, boys. Casey there, sticking his nose in again, not 12th. Back to second for turn 2 there, Casey. I can see where a second or so of your lap time's going, mate. Bang it back to third for turn 2, bud. Alright, Davey's in from the lead.
Let's see where DB
DB goes round. DB has to go around again. He's got to get in front of him. He's got to try and back him up a bit. Because it's a 10-second gap here, and he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, so he's got time to play with him here.
The longer he can run,
Really? Come on!
the longer he can run, the better his car will be at the end of the stint.
He goes there in the traffic, guys. He's currently battling around with the Queen's Hitman.
Yeah. Playing a bit of shifty games, and I don't like it.
Welcome to Bathurst, across the top of the mountain. There's not a passing opportunity, unfortunately. You're only as fast as the guy in front of you.
Got a good run down the straight, though. Or was that a
He passed, I
re-race?
think. Yeah, he lifted and let him go. Casey's going to come too, though. Here he comes. Stay in it there, mate. Now get to the right. Get to the right. Throw it in there. That's it.
13 minutes. Come on, idiot. Drive.
Plenty of time yet. Plenty of time.
Oh. Thought the crazy one was on the grass then. Seen the dust flies as the camera went through.
Karen's jumped Scotty G through the pits, guys, so that's currently good for 5th position with DB to pit in front of him. So Davey's pitted, Diego is 4 seconds back and pitted, Nux is a further 7 seconds back and pitted, and then it goes back to Karen, who's fighting with Scotty G.
I think Scotty might get a good run here.
He's been hanging on, 0.4 of a second, so it's plenty of room to get a good slipstream. We all know Karen can drive a BMW pretty well, though. His 2nd position in the championship last season showed. As they go side by side with the chase. That's brave pill stuff right there. Beautiful work from both drivers there to get that under control. DB's through the pits. This will get him home. Where's he going to come out, though? That's the question. He's going to come out behind Scotty G and Karen, I reckon.
Let's jump back up front. Diego's past, come out.
Oh, he's out.
Front of
He's
us.
out. Interesting spot to come out. So he's going to have to go after Diego, whose car will be limping by the end. 12 minutes to go. Diego just his fastest lap of the race with a 2:02.1. Davey's outlap was 1:58.7. Blech. That's tuned Porsche on a lap speed, that is. I think he's pretty home and hosed up the front, Mr. Davey.
Yeah, he's...
I wouldn't give for a 911 GT3 RS right about now.
Don't knock on the BMW, mate. Good car.
He's got a good gap back to Diego.
Yeah, he does. I think Morgan's walking it from here, but the second position battle's on. DB's in the fresh car. He's only 3.4 seconds back. I think the top 6 are pretty safe unless someone ends up going around. The battle for 6th position will be interesting for Scotty G and Karen. They're still going at it, these two. Nux, if you can keep it clean, is pretty safe in 4th. And DB and Diego's the big one. 3.1 seconds in the run down Conrad Straight. DB's going to have to do some of that race driver stuff here to catch up, I think.
Well, we know he's got pace. His team seems to come out of nowhere with a lap time every time I watch him race.
I'm actually really looking forward to watching him run in the Ferrari next season. After seeing what he can do in an Aston Martin, interested to see what he can do in a car. Now, people are like, oh, the Ferrari sucks, but that's why we picked it. We picked it for something different, something a bit more challenging for these guys. They're the best in the world, best in this part of the world, definitely. And they need a different challenge.
Well, I was in the room with Rocky the other night, and he is going pretty well, so I'd hate to see too many of them go that fast, because I won't
I've seen some guys go pretty quick in them. Shout out to Wardo there if you're watching, mate. He was firmly in the 201s around Bathurst in the Ferrari in pre-season testing for Sector 1 for last season.
Looks like Karen's got back around Scotty. Scotty on the run up.
Work.
I don't know if the outside will work.
Oh, outside of Griffin's, not so where I want to go. On the marbles there, tucks it back in. Yeah, it's smart. You can get in there side by side, but if you get the car and you sit out wide there too far to the left, and you're just going to not be able to turn it at all. You can tell Scotty's just feeling for a weakness here, though, can't you? He's just moving a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, filling the mirrors up. But as Karen's proved, though, he's no stranger to the front of the field. He's no stranger to leading the way. Having to race D-Flow all season last season with the Lucky Zonka car. Yeah, and he was punching on par with him. We thought D-Flow was going to walk the season, so it was really good to see those guys fighting all the way to the end. Oh, Scotty G has a look into the elbow. Oh, Karen would have got away with that if he had to slap the wall and exit. He just went in too deep, and now he's lost his exit speed. So look at this, Scotty G with the run. He's going to go to the right. Side draft though for Karen now. If he can stay over on the left, he might be able to stay on the inside on the run to the chase. He's not going to have enough.
This is where it can easily come unfolded too if the guy behind isn't on the braking markers.
Yep. This is where you got to be really confident with the guy that's sitting next to you to make sure that they're both going to be doing the right thing on the way through the corner.
It looks like they're going to be battling to the end because Brent's going to go around again here.
Here it is, and the inside's not over. But again, though, Scotty G just sets it up wide there, gets a good exit. For Karen there an exit, they just slowed it up a little bit on the exit of the corner there to back him up. Scotty's going to try the inside again on the run to Griffins again though. They're going to go side by side. Can he force Karen wide at Griffins? Out into the marbles. Holding him out wide. Sits on the inside there. Karen tries to get across. There's a little touch. Nice to John from them two to get through there nicely like that.
Still side by
side. Into the fence. That'll be a penalty for Scotty. Unfortunately. Maybe. He got away with it because he got touched into it. That's lucky. That's very lucky.
So is
side relief there. Oh, it's on.
Penalty coming. Good.
No time to see. Diego's off. Yeah, just too much for him there. DB caught right up. And he's made a mistake in his own there, coming down the hill too quick. That second place done and dusted.
See if we can catch that on
Tony,
replay.
what are you doing, man? Seriously.
Oh.
Is this
Scotty
guy
just
for
got a
real?
Oh, Scotty gives him a touch.
There you go, just open the wheel up. There you go, like that. Don't know, mate. Bit of red mist, haven't had that for a while.
So Morgan is just not getting away too far, but he's out to a 7-second lead.
Yeah, he just quietly did a 2:01.5 the previous lap, guys, so don't get too carried away. He's going to go faster again now with a 2:01.4.
And DB
does a 2 flat! What the heck? He's trying. Diego there is just going to settle down now, I think. He's going to slow it up a little bit, just get the car to the end. 6 minutes to go, third of a tank of fuel. Tyres looking very second hand now though. 4.5 seconds back to Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles is, even though he's 4.5 seconds behind, he doesn't give up to the end of the race, so you can't count him out yet.
He's got good tyres too, Knuckles. He's he saved that car for this little bit. Look at him, he's closing in too. 4.7. He's got 5.5 minutes to do it. All it needs is for Diego to have another big slide through one of these corners. Cookie's exit speed. That's going to take another second off. Diego's going to be battling this car home.
Well, Knuckles' car looks like it's on rails at the moment, where got 5 minutes left to run on the race.
Yeah, Knuckles has always been a pretty good finisher. Gets the car home very strong when everyone else starts to slap around him. He tends to pick up a couple of spots towards the end of the race, so keep an eye on that. He might sneak on the podium here. We know Diego's car's going to be very slow by the end. He's already in the his last lap was the 2:06 with that slide up over the top. We'll see what this one comes out at, but he's already lost 4 seconds to DB, who is absolutely flying at the moment.
Yeah. You can just see the timer slowly creeping up the whole time. up from DB to Diego.
Yeah. Well, the gap from Diego to Knuckles now is 3.9 seconds. That's pulled in 0.7 of a second in this lap alone. I think Knuckles might start sensing this now. He's starting to see more of the Datsun racing car in front of him. Karen there looks like he's holding on to 5th position quite nicely there. Scotty G in 6th. Streetle Juice with the quietest race in the world, currently 7th. Just cruising along, done his thing, done everything he needs. Nice solid top 10 there, Streetle. Remember, this guy is a BMW Group B driver, so to be this far up.
It's Group A. Just make a note of that.
Black Project back in 8th.
He's had a interesting start of the race. Started off row 1.
But
Got solid in that early race.
he must have had a really good toe to be on the front row, and then he's left it all behind in the race.
He's got a good gap there now. He's pulled away from Shinobi now, Bishop Wacker. Look out. Wolfer's in lapping territory at the moment, unfortunately.
Alright. Word of advice to any fellow aspiring commentators out there. Don't miss a season and a half, 2 seasons of racing.
You'll be right, mate. You'll be right.
Oh! Buffer's off!
Yep. Just stay there, Buffer.
See if
The
we
lead's
can
coming through, mate.
catch that on the replay.
I think he's going to just stay over there out of the way. That's it.
Oh, he's touched the grass, then he's touched the other side.
Hey, round he goes again.
Sideways under the tree. Jeez, that's fun.
That's a great bit of road. He just kicks it back end a little bit.
It's not fast, but Jesus, fun.
Jago's responded a bit here, guys. He's got it out to Oh, he's in very close territory to go around another lap yet. Knuckles is safe though. Knuckles, this will be Knuckles' final lap.
Oh, really? Come on.
Jago probably can hold on to 30 if he just keeps his lap nice and clean. But that car's starting to limp.
It's a big gap to DB, but it's still enough of a gap to hold on if he can get away without having to do an extra lap.
Well, he's on the light. Well, if he gets around another lap, he's home, because Knuckles can't make it round again, unless he does like a 58, which he won't do. No judging there, Knuckles, but I don't think you can do a 58 to stock M3 on 5 lap old tyres. No, 6 lap old tyres.
Oh, and you've got a penalty.
So Knuckles is looking pretty good. His car still looks pretty poised.
He's closing on Diego now, he's closing the gap quickly.
He's almost dropped
This is the push he needs. Yeah, this is the push he needs. He's got to push hard now. All the way down the hill, Knuckles. Push, push, push. Diego's car is on the fuel save massively now. He's on the light. He's limping at home. He's going to be compromised down the straight here. 2.5 seconds. He's shaking the car, trying to shake the fuel into the tank. 2.2. Knuckles is closing. Come on, Diego. Go deep into the chase, mate. Just go as deep as you can.
I think Diego's going to be able to hold on.
Start looking at the mirror. Just push it as fast as you can. Look how deep Knuckles goes. He throws it in there as fast as he can.
I tell you what,
1.7.
it's going to be close to another lap.
Diego's not going to make it round again, I don't think. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. 2, 1, nah.
Oh, Knuckles. Oh, Diego got around there.
No, he didn't. He got to get cured at the end there. He nearly ran out of time.
So back up front. Morgan is 7.1 seconds in front of DB.
Right, so Diego third, Knuckles fourth, Karen got fifth there in the end, Scotty G grabbed sixth position, Sweetlejuice there with a great, strong seventh there, great job mate. Black Project recovers to eighth position. Ghost there, he's going to come home ninth there unless Snowby gets him down the straight. Still a little battle to watch here, it's 0.8 of a second. Headphone warning guys, just in case something goes awry here at the chase.
I think it's safe.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, duster off there guys, P9. We get straight into practice for Yami.
Into the wall.
Scratch the paint. British Whackers at home in 11th. This is a little trial by fire for these new guys. Chuck them in with a mixed grid.
Crazy one's still on track.
Oh, careful, Kazzy, careful. Don't knock your teammate off while he's leading. That'd be a bad thing to do. Looks like Dave's going to run with him down into the final turn. Side by side. Dave's going to go through to win it.
Good race from Morgan.
Absolutely. DB there recovers. What could have been? That pit entry probably killed his day. But nice recovery though. He did a 2:02.6 there at the end as well.
That is the race done and dusted. I think it was a good race from Morgan because where did he start off? Down the grid, didn't he? Or was he at the front? I can't remember now, it's been too long. It's been 50
Oh,
minutes.
third or fourth row, I think.
It's been a while.
Well, we will recap the race results. Morgan Davies is in first. He finished 6 seconds in front of DB007. Diego for third, Knuckles for fourth, Karen Unleashed for fifth, Scotty G comes in at 6th, Street Reduce for 7th, Black Project for 8th, Ghost for 9th, Shinobi for 10th, Bushwhacker for 11th, The Crazy One for 12th, and Buffer comes in at back of the grid for 13th. 2 laps down. I'm sorry I had to say that, but it come to my attention. The fastest lap was BMW 7 on lap 20 with a 2-minute .887, which is flying.
It's ridiculous.
Have we got any driver of the days? Who do you reckon, Lucas?
Diego, I think. Up the pointy end for the race. Tried something a bit different. Had a car that wasn't really strong at the end of the race, but managed to hold on. Kept his nerve with a very fast knuckles there, closing in at the end. So, yeah, good job there, mate. Well done.
Yeah, I'll probably go Diego as well, because we know Morgan's fast. And we know DB007's fast. Not that Diego's not fast, but he did a good job to hold on to the lead majority of the race for a while there, and hold on to third by the end.
Yeah, so that's it.
That is our pre-season test race 3 done. I'm glad because we can soon turn this fan back on. This pretty much looks like I just jumped out of the pool. What are your expectations for the first Group A race?
I'm expecting drama, to be perfectly honest. We're throwing a lot of these guys that are used to driving some pretty solid race cars into a car that isn't quite as pointy as they're used to. It's a bit slidey in the rear end, and it reacts a lot differently to what they're used to racing.
It takes nothing to turn the Ferrari around.
Yeah, exactly.
Braking too hard, or you're unsettling on a curve. That's it.
As soon as it leans on the nose, the back end gets really light and it just starts skipping it across the road. And a track like Yami, there's some pretty loaded corners, so all it's going to take is a little bit of side-by-side action for these guys to get together, and they're going to have to be real careful. We don't have a massive pile-up in the first couple laps.
I'll call it now. They'll be 3 wide down into the Fuji S, and there will be tears.
There you go. Well, you and I will be in the air-conditioned com box there, guys, ready to call that one on Sunday night. I cannot wait. It's been a long 3 weeks.
Well, if we had a break, have we?
Yeah. Beat me to it.
Well, as you know, these guys here, so Sean's been just burning the midnight oil with all the social media stuff and getting the new screens ready that you guys are starting to see pop up, and all this stuff ready for season 2 to begin. When Troy and Claude as well have both been just flat out trying to get themselves up to speed so they can take a bit of load off the stream as well. So these guys have really put in the effort, all of the admin too, and especially some of the team owners and that as well. These guys, social media is really starting to pick up pace this season, which is good to see. A lot of the guys getting really behind advertising and sharing and getting everything going for us. So we are really gearing up for a very special 6th round.
So to those that are listening, team owners especially, tomorrow a video will go up. So no more write-ups. It will be a video, basically like a 30-second commercial for each race. So if you can hit that like button, smash that share button, and spread it like the worst plague you've ever seen. Make it look like COVID is the common flu.
Get it out there anyway, so we get a lot of guys traction. We're aiming to get a massive Sunday night going this week. Get everyone back on board and really hit some viewer goals for the first round of the season. It's going to be smashing with the Ferraris, and obviously the BMWs are going to be back and support. We're going to go back to watching qualifying with the BMWs as well, because we listened and you guys said that you wanted to watch it again, so they're going to be back to start us off. And there's going to be some good races at the front end of BMW Group A as well. There's going to be a championship to really look at.
Yeah, a lot of new names too. A lot of new names that we probably know are fast.
And a couple of old blokes named NASCAR and Mo.
Interesting to see how Mo goes in the BMW.
I think we're all interested to see how Mo goes.
Yeah, well, HTM Sean's going to be strong. Mo's going to be pretty strong, I reckon. NASCAR's always strong. A lot of these guys are really good at fighting in a pack too, so there's going to be some ferocious pack racing. So what we got? We got NASCAR, VF, Tankmaster's going to be in there as well. Dadson, always one of those guys that's really getting the knuckles out in the middle of the pack. Stickers is there as well. Jimmy Superfly's been quick. Hollingsworth, as we know, is very fast. Bumcrack was quick towards the end of the season as well. Pruski's always there. Streeter Juice, as we mentioned earlier, is actually going into Group A for round 1, so he's going to be up and about it. Captain Muffin's been really quick. Shies is always fast. And Brainache in the Amwash car as well will be there. So that's a very solid grid for BMW Group A.
Yep. I think that's I won't say it's going to be the race to watch, but that's going to be a good race. Same as the Ferraris, I guess. You've got all the best players in Group A, don't you?
Yeah, I think the Ferrari race will be the one with the drama, with the guys getting the grips of the new cars, especially racing in a pack, because we haven't seen a lot of these guys racing Ferraris in a big group. But the BMWs will be that close racing that we know and love from that category. And we've got all the best names we can this time in the right spots. So there shouldn't be a clear leader, I don't think. Hopefully we see some battles for the lead that lasts the race.
Well, it's been good to have a go at this streaming and test race, because I can see Sean does a stellar job at the streaming, because the amount of buttons you've got to push and think about 3 things at once, it's another level. So hopefully we can get a hold of it and make it all look pretty good.
You looked alright for mine, mate. I think you've done a good job.
Yeah, no, the only thing I saw apparently was a slight echo with your voice, Troy, but other than that, it's running at 1080, it's running beautiful. I'm happy. Peaches and cream.
You've got the replays to work.
Yep.
Wow, look at that. Professional.
Yep. He's a pro already.
I know. This guy.
Well, that'll probably do us, I think, for tonight.
Yep. Alright, well, I'll just quickly wrap up. But make sure, guys, to tune in Sunday night, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time for round 1 of Season 2 of 458 Competizione, sponsored by Next Level Racing, and also the beautiful Aussie Hampton M3 Challenge. Group A from Yamagawa. It is going to be an absolute rip-snorming, barnstorming, drama-filled affair. Be myself, the good Doc, and Jamana, if his hand still is attached, joining us in the box as always. But other than that, Troy, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you everyone for watching the race tonight, all the viewers. Thank you to Lucas for helping me co-commentate, and Sean for giving us them words of wisdom throughout the race. We will see you all on Sunday. Peace out.